real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Jason Johnson says he was friends with the defendant, and they've always competed over women. But the defendant has only won once. Jason claims the defendant wrote a book about his failed attempts with women, and Jason's suing him today for a loan. Defendant Stanley Fritz admits that he's a sucker for love, and more often than not, his luck runs low with the ladies. However, the one time Stanley did find a woman, Jason hooked up with her behind his back. Stanley denies owing Jason for anything.
Start with you.
Throughout the years, you've had men on your show that were deadbeats, players, liars, cheaters, so on and so forth. Mr. Fritz here, exact opposite.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Excellent. I thought you were going to accuse him of being the same.
Oh, no.
Good to hear that. Good to hear that.
Many would call him a hopeless romantic. I would call him a sucker for love. He's so bad, and there's been so many failed attempts with women.
Well, I did win one time, and I actually beat you, so I wouldn't say so many.
You all went after the same woman and you won?
Yeah.
One time. One time.
All right.
In our friendship, we tried to go for women multiple times together, as a competition.
How many times approximately?
Including currently, I would say about 4 or 5 different women.
Why do you think he's such a loser?
No, you lost. You say you lost, right?
I'm not saying
I'm not calling you anything other than what you said.
I wouldn't call myself a loser. He hasn't won.
No, in that situation.
Yeah, and not just that situation. It isn't like he's won in other situations as well. I want to give him a chance to say, his spiel, his sob story, then I was going to jump in. But
Are you about finished?
No, not at all.
All right, go ahead. Then we're going to get his background, then we're going to get to the loan you're suing him for.
It's been so bad. His current book that he's writing right now is about all his failed attempts with women and his unsuccessful conquests. He's really what I call a simp. He's the guy.
What does that mean?
Simp? That's the opposite of a pimp. The extreme opposite.
Yes.
Go ahead.
He'll spend tons of money and go out with different women all the time, to no effect. He'll have his heart broken many times, and if you read his current book that he's writing, it's pretty sad.
That just sounds like he's a sensitive man.
He is, but overly sensitive.
I wouldn't say I'm sensitive. I would say the women like me, and I love the women. And I've won sometimes, and I've lost sometimes, but you haven't tried at all.
He's lost a lot of times.
All right. Let me allow him to give some background. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so if you know your friend's a sucker for love, if you know that I love women and I don't always win, what is the worst possible thing you could do to me?
Take the one woman you get.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what he did?
So let's get to this. There was a girl while we were in school. I met the girl, we hit it off. I liked her a lot, she liked me a lot, and we were dating. Every day I would tell this guy about the girl. And every day I'm paying for dinners, I'm holding her hands, we're kissing mouth. Come to find out, he's taking her to his room, watching Netflix and busting it wide open. While I'm writing love letters. And that's what's happening. And this is during the day when I'm talking to him like, what's going on? I can't get past second base. She's like, you know what? She likes you, but she's not that kind of girl. Take your time. Oh. And what makes it worse?
He's trying to give you a little hint there.
Yeah. So then what happened was she ended up telling me what happened. She told me, listen, I'm sorry. I've been messing with Jason behind your back. I asked her why. She goes, I don't really know. He's not that interesting, but he's safe. How am I supposed to feel? Your Honor, I'm a good guy. I've written a book. I'm working on another one. I'm a community organizer. I've started my own coalition, Young Adults Against Gang Violence. I'm trying to do a lot of things. I want to be a great person. And I think that I'm a likable guy.
Yeah.
All I ask for is honesty. All I want is that one woman who I can call my own.
Yeah. Are y'all playing games or is this real?
Plaintiff Jason Johnson is suing his friend, who claims he has never had luck with the ladies. And the one time he did, Jason stole his girlfriend.
Are y'all playing games or is this real?
No, this is real.
Because the way you don't say that sincerely.
Read his second book. It's pretty sad.
What book did you write, sir?
Well, the first book is called Beautiful Problems. It's a compilation of short stories depicting different life experiences. It's for those who feel down. You have to understand that other people have it worse. Appreciate what you have and make the best of it. And that's it's a very powerful book. It's a book that he helped me with. And the second book, I wanted to go for more humor, more dark humor, something for the gentleman to read. And it talks about my relationship
called,
experiences.
My Buddy's Sleeping with My Girlfriend.
Yeah, that's dark.
We've all been there, though, I mean, no matter who you are.
We've all been there.
Yes.
No. Speak for yourself.
All right, well, the people I've met until today have all been
I don't
there, no
have
matter
those
how
type
rich
of
you are.
friends.
Oh, not that. I mean, we've all been there where we met a girl where maybe we really cared about her and it didn't work out. And the book isn't about me just being cheated on. It's about sometimes you talk to the girl at the bar, you don't hit it off.
Okay. I'm more interested in some of the things you're doing in the community. You say you're a community activist. What do you do? Let me hear about that.
All right, so there's two things I'm doing right now, and they're my biggest passion: young adults against gang violence. And that was started last summer.
Where?
When in New York, when 49 people were shot in 3 days during Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
And I was at Brighton Beach when these two guys shot at someone else, killed a 16-year-old girl, and shot a 4-year-old girl. And I'm from East New York, one of the worst parts of Brooklyn, and I've made it out of there, and there's no reason that we should ever resort to gun violence.
How did you make it out?
Thank you.
What'd you do? What was your path to get out of that?
My path is, I chose education. Didn't have a good jump
There
shot,
you
couldn't
go.
rap, couldn't sing, wasn't pretty, had to read.
There you go.
And along with that, a couple of friends and I, we do a campus radio show called Let Your Voice Be Heard. It's for young adults between the ages of 18 and 27, inform, educate, and empower, because people our age are not watching the news. They don't know what's going on socially. They're not voting. And we have the strongest voting bloc. It's a serious problem when they're cutting education every single year, and we're doing nothing about it. We just get upset. We see the race tuition. They cut financial aid when we need it, and we do nothing. We post it on Facebook. End the discussion. In that radio show, we push to make sure people our age know what's going on, know how to fight it, and will fight it.
Good, excellent. I wish that more, I wish that more people who come out of communities where they face a lot of obstacles in their backgrounds would do just what you're doing, go out and let folks know where they come from, so that they can be inspired, so that they can do the same. So I commend you for that immensely, because so often we have folks who come out of the same experience, out of the ghetto, poor, crime-infested neighborhoods, and they go to these top schools, and they never come back. You never see them again. And so I commend you for going back and showing a positive example. So glad to hear that. Let's hear from you. Let's get to this loan, or unless you want to tell me something.
I just want to say,
you're too busy chasing women. You don't do anything in the community. What do you do?
What are you doing?
What do you do?
Mostly donations to different charities
Donate
and
to
soup
who?
kitchens.
You write a check. That's your point?
No. I also do volunteer work within the
Where?
community. The food kitchen, the Lansing food kitchen there.
Good. All right. Glad to hear
Yes, sir.
that. All right, now there's $250 he owes you. How does he owe that?
First, I would like to say I watched the show enough to know that you're a killer with the ladies.
What do you mean by that? What's that mean? What do you mean by that?
They love you. They love you.
I
love
don't
you.
know that to be the case.
I've seen it for a fact.
Go
So
ahead.
I would like for you to give him some advice by the end of the day.
You don't want my advice.
Plaintiff Jason Johnson is suing his friend, who claims he has never had luck with the ladies. And the one time he did, Jason stole his girlfriend.
Go ahead.
In January, Mr. Fritz approached me about the current book that he published. He needed some extra money for publishing fees. Honestly, I watch your show enough to know never trust someone when they say, hey, I'll pay you back my tax refund money.
Absolutely not.
And that's what happened. I thought he was a friend of mine. Doesn't really matter. I'll just believe him. So I agreed to it. I have the Facebook message in which...
When was he to repay?
He told me his tax refund money. A couple days later, he contacted me again and said, hey, it's not going to be enough. I'll just pay you whenever I could.
Tell me about this loan, sir. He says he loaned you $250 toward the publication of your book, and you haven't paid him.
Yes, I asked them to help me with $250 because I needed the money for the ISBN so I could sell the book. And you could either get 1 for $150 or 10 for $250. And I want to put out more than one book. I said, hey, I'd pay you back when I get my tax refund. He said, don't worry about it. Consider this as me apologizing for what happened back when we were in school.
Not true.
So I'm like, are you sure? Because, you know, I'm not concerned about that anymore. We're past that. He's like, no, it's cool. I'm not worried about it. I lend out money all the time. You know, I don't really expect it back. I said, okay, fine. So I did that, got the ISBN numbers. The book is right here, actually. I bought a copy for you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. I hope it's a short read, it's a nice read. I hope you read it. But as I was saying, the book came out, and I'm very happy with it. And I'm working on my second book. It's called Confessions of a Sucker for Love. And it talks about, you know, failed relationship exploits. Some stories are mine, some stories are friends, but it's all based on one character.
Let's get to this money you owe him.
Yeah, so I told him, no, that's what I'm talking about. I told him that I'm going to mention our story from college in the book, but I would change the name of the character. And then that's when all of a sudden it was like, wait a minute, what? And I'm like, don't worry, I'm not going to mention your name. And then he's like, you know, okay. And a couple days later, he's like, so what happened to the $250? And I'm like, but you told me I didn't have to pay it. So I think that the only reason he wants the money now is because he's going to be in the book, even though he already told me it wasn't necessary for me to pay him back.
Okay, sir.
At no time in our messages was an agreement made for my name usage or for me to say, hey, keep the money, don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. I told him I don't care about the money because since we're close friends, money's not really a thing.
What did you want to show me? You said you had something.
Yes, I have the Facebook messages in which we agreed on the amount, and I also have proof that I actually made the purchases.
Let's see it. Sir, what do you say about this guarantee to pay him back on Facebook? Hello?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to him. I thought you were talking to him.
No, you're the one that he's saying, oh, how am I talking to him? You're the one put it on Facebook saying, I'll pay you back.
Yeah, I did say that. And he said, don't worry about it. Like, I lend him money all the time.
Show me that part. I don't see that.
I'm not surprised you don't see that if he printed it out. But he's good with computers, so he could have easily taken it out of the conversation.
Oh, I got you. You have no evidence of that. He does have evidence of what he says. He said, no, I've seen 3 times. I should have my tax refund in 2 weeks. No, I fully plan to repay you. Sir, you got like 4 times you've agreed to pay this man. That's why you can't keep a woman. They catch you in your lies too easy. He got plenty of women because he's a big liar. Isn't that right?
No.
All right, $250 is your judgment.
Thank you, sir.
I've seen several instances where he has agreed to pay you. Good luck to you, gentlemen. Thank you for all the help you're doing in the community. If you're ever in Detroit, stop by on 7 Mile and Greenfield, the Mathis Community Center, and we'll put you to work.
All right.
For free. Have a good day.
You brought me on TV, you tell people I can't handle women, and then you only show one part of our conversations. Okay, yeah.
You lied about me stealing your girl. I don't care about it. I love you still.
Uh-huh.